green card holders, the Supreme Court issued a decision today that impacts the rules for international travel. In ruling in favor of the Trump administration, the Supreme Court basically said that if you're a green card holder and you travel internationally with pending criminal charges, even unproven ones, border agents can now parole you inside of the United States upon your return rather than admitting you into the United States as a green card holder. And immigration parole basically strips the normal protections that you have as a green card holder. Instead of the government having to prove that you are to be removed from the United States, you now have to prove that you have the right to stay. Now, the Supreme Court case that was considered started with a man named Mr. Lau, who was a green card holder. He had a pending counterfeiting charge and left the United States briefly for international travel. When he came back, a border officer paroled him into the United States rather than admitting him as a green card holder, and deportation proceedings were started against him. Now, a lower court said that the government needed clear and convincing evidence before doing that. But the Supreme Court decision today basically said no, and that suspicion is enough. Now, the decision was 6-3, and it was along party lines, and the dissent was penned by Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, which basically said that the Supreme Court has given the government a blank check. And that's because somebody's charges could be pending for years. You could be innocent. You could also be acquitted. But by then, you could have spent time in immigration detention or in legal limbo, or even have been deported from the United States before a single conviction. So here's some practical tips for those who are green card holders in light of this decision. First, if you have any pending criminal matters, even minor ones, do not travel internationally until speaking to an immigration attorney. If the pending charges against you are ultimately resolved or dismissed, get full documentation of that and clearance by an immigration attorney to travel. If you're in doubt about your background, stay put. This ruling makes the risks that come with travel much higher. So know your rights, protect yourself, and follow us for more immigration news and information.